the most efficient way to counteract to these missiles are PAC-3 missiles from the Patriot systems, and we crucially need these equipments because Russians are trying to destroy the infrastructure of our country, and I encourage partners to transfer PAC-3 missiles from the warehouses to protect our infrastructure during the winter, and also encourage cooperation through Pearl program because it works really well and we are receiving critical components. The protection of the sky is a key priority for Ukraine, and another challenge in this domain is long-range drones. We are increasing the efficiency of Shahed counteraction system, and we are organizing the organizational changes in the air defense system. We made personnel changes. We have launched the multi-level system of air defense and interceptors. As per today, Ukrainian people are seeking for peace. And diplomatic team headed by President Zelensky is working 24/7 on this matter. Many thanks to the United States, to the European Union and partners for assistance in that. But only the Russian Federation is the subject that is not willing to have peace, but we have to enforce them. At this meeting, I will present our vision in defense sphere for this year, and we will present projects on which we are working with our partners, where we will put the financing. It includes the financing of Ukrainian-made drones and missiles and establishment of the drone assault units, and partners are making inputs into Ukraine. That's very important for our country, for the sustainment with the ammunition, with air defense assets, with drones, and we arrived in here with specific plan, with data and with decisions. We understand what NATO can give, data and defensive decisions, and Ukraine can input it into the defense. Also, we encourage partners to increase the sanction pressure towards the Russian Federation. We have to limit the shadow fleet activities. We have to stop their oil tankers across the whole world, because enemy will not be able in this case to wage this war. The decisions that are made in here, they are important, and they designate the protection and security of Ukrainian cities, of the survivability of civilian population, and of the peace. And we should be flexible, creative, technological, and resilient. Thank you for your support.
Now, Secretary General Rutte.
Yes, well, thank you, Boris and John, for convening. It's now the 33rd meeting of this group of the UDCG, meeting here today in Brussels. And dear Michalo, thank you for joining us. Yours is the most important voice at this table. Ukraine will remain a top priority for me personally. I think for all of us, we must enable Ukraine to keep defending itself, even as negotiations continue. And this group, the UDCG, is the backbone of our support to Ukraine. So we have to use this forum to improve the quality, the quantity, but let me also say the speed, next to quality and quantity, the speed of our assistance. Ukraine's extensive defense needs come on top of significant requirements for concurrent recovery and reconstruction. And it will persist into the mid and long term. This will not end soon. Even if the fighting stops tomorrow, Ukraine will need our assistance in building a strong, modern and well-equipped armed forces, because that in the end is the best deterrent against a repeated invasion by Russia. Of course, security guarantees on top of that, but your own armed forces will be the first and best deterrent against a repeated invasion or a repeat of Budapest 1994 or Minsk. And this is, dear colleagues, why our support to Ukraine has to be more sustainable. It has to come on a more sustainable and a more coherent footing. And we need more burden sharing. I mean, I cannot make that point enough. It is really important that the burden sharing will improve. So I really look forward to our discussions today, increasing our collective support for Ukraine this year, but also hearing of further pledges of all of you. We need it. Ukraine needs it. Our collective security needs it. So thank you, Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Mark. Can I thank our friends in the media for attending this session, and on that note, invite you to leave